Hello, Tamina Snuka. This is not normally the way that this host starts out his show, but for you, this is a special start to Wrestlerant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. Tamina Snuka, I am after an interview with you. Not just a Hall of Famer legend's daughter, but someone who is soon to be a Hall of Fame legend herself. Tamina, I don't just want to interview you because of your greatness. I want to interview you because you can do things like this.
Look at this. Following the Samoan drop shades of her father there, and here as well. Splash! Oh, but.
And that is exactly why, Tamina, I'm requesting a special interview with you for Wrestlerant HD. Because I believe that you are the epitome of what a WWE diva should be and is. Tamina, I would graciously be honored, humbled even, if you would give me the opportunity to interview you. March 13th, Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, for a shoot interview, a 5-minute shoot interview. The ball's in your court, Tamina. I've placed an email address below. I look forward to hearing from you. Welcome to Wrestlerant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius. You are tuned in to the place where we get in your face about professional wrestling. And that's what we're going to do each and every week, right here on Wrestlerant HD. Now, we didn't come to play games today. We came to get down to business. Okay, how many of you seen Monday Night Raw this week and saw Eve pouting, crying, and booing because John Cena heard what she had to say behind his back about Zack Ryder and about how she's using them both? Wow, what a garden tool. Those of you who are adults know what I'm talking about. John Cena saying he traded in a broski for a hoski. You know, some people watching this might want to have a brewski. Anyway, all I'm saying is this, is that WWE Creative did it. They made the story more than something about John Cena and the Big Red Machine Kane. Good move, WWE Creative, because it shouldn't stop there. The story should have an extension, something that connects Eve in some sort of way, because it got weird there for a second. Wow. But Eve, let me say this, you kind of overdid it on that crying bit. We believed you. We understood. You were busted, honey. You were flat busted. Moving right along. Hey, are you liking that attitude that John Cena is giving us? Are you liking that old chain gang mentality Cena has kind of gone back to? Look, you may only get it for the WrestleMania season, but that's okay. Me, personally, I happen to like it. I like the fact that John Cena is on the edge again. That is where John Cena needs to live, because those are Cena's roots. When Cena comes out there and is in your face on that mic with his mouth, the man has a gift. I have never seen anybody own on the mic, except Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, like John Cena. John Cena doesn't just have a big mouth, but he's got guns to back it up. And if you're going to make the Cena character believable, it can't be this kitty lollipop lollygagging character all the time. It has got to be somebody that is exactly what he says he is. A thug. A rough, hard down, roughneck thug. For those of you MC Light fans that gotta have a rough neck. It happened! It happened! They finally put somebody in the Hall of Fame that means something. I'm going to say it because it's still February and it's still Black History Month. Congratulations, Ron Simmons. You, sir, are a Hall of Famer. The first ever African-American WCW heavyweight champion. Ron Simmons, I am proud of you, and I know every other professional wrestling fan in the entire professional wrestling world is proud of you. And Ron Simmons, I will never forget the contribution that you have made to professional wrestling. Sir, I salute you. And I say congratulations for entering the WWE Wrestling Hall of Fame. Now, WWE, there better be quite a setup next year for the Macho Man Randy Savage. Because let me tell you, he really should have been first in the Hall of Fame this year. Just throwing it out there. A lot of fans, including myself, are not happy about the fact that the Macho Man is not in there. Fans, this is Wrestlerant HD. Where else are you going to get your information? Where else are you going to get entertainment? Don't go to the other guys. Stay here on Wrestlerant HD. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the only living host of America's #1 professional wrestling rant show, Angelo Demetrius.
Funk is on a roll. Funk is on a roll. Hey, yo. Funk is on a roll. Somebody call my mama. It's about to get funky up in here.
That's enough of that jazz. Welcome back to America's #1 professional wrestling rant show, Wrestlerant HD. Are you ready to get back on the edge? Are you ready to get back in the face of the people that owe you something each and every week that they call entertainment, for lack of a better word? Now, let's get back to it. Let's talk about something that I've talked about every week since we found out it was going to happen. The match between The Undertaker and Triple H. I'm calling it Triple H versus The Undertaker Part 3. And the reason is this. Come on, this is a gimmick. We've seen this match 2 other times now, but this time we are going to see it in a Hell in a Cell, which is highly unusual for WWE these days. Seeing as they only do cage or Hell in a Cell matches normally at those pay-per-views, at a special bi-month or pay-per-view. But No, this is a special case. This is a special case in which two men have history in the Hell in a Cell structure. Triple H, his own history. The Undertaker, his own. Now, normally this is the part where I jump in and say, oh, it stinks. It's a bad idea. We've seen this match a total of 2 times now. But we haven't seen this third match before. We haven't ever seen Triple H in a Hell in a Cell with or against The Undertaker before. This is going to be something of a historic proportion. And I actually support this match. Now, the only thing I don't support is having a match like this in a structure like Hell in a Cell, but there being no color in the match. Now, let me educate those of you who don't understand what color in a wrestling match means. It simply means that there is blood. There's blood involved in the match. You're in a steel structure. At some point, you are going to hit that structure with your head, something, and you're going to bleed. It is an improbability that you could be in a structure like that being thrown around in an honest-to-goodness professional wrestling match and not end up bleeding. So things like that need to be prevalent during this match at this year's WrestleMania. We're looking forward to it. That match is probably one of the biggest matches next to The Rock versus John Cena. Now, let's talk about Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, this Friday night on SmackDown, actually it is Tuesday night, because if you watched it Tuesday, it was live. If you watched it Friday, it was recorded from the live show on Sci-Fi Tuesday. Wade Barrett actually broke his elbow, or his arm, whichever one you want to call it. It's all attached right here. See? Elbow, arm. Now, Wade Barrett was seriously, severely injured, which is why I want to stress to any person watching this show right now, as a knowledgeable fan and someone, I might add, who's worked in the business myself, don't try this stuff at home. These guys are professionals, and guess what? They still get hurt. So I want you to stay safe at home. You want to try it? Go join your local independent promotion, and maybe I'll come and see you and see if you're any good. Wade, from me to you, I hope you get better. You happen to be one of my favorite characters on the WWE roster. Get better, Wade. Alright, how many of you saw the match between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk? I thought it was poetry. I love the two styles in the ring. The style of Daniel Bryan and the style of CM Punk mesh so well together. I love the constant back and forth that these two gave each other in the ring. Yeah, I'm going to say it, it's probably overused, but I got to use it now. These two were clinical in that ring together. I mean, the way these two came at each other, it was like they've been doing this together all of their lives. Now, I'm sure at some point in the past, Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson and CM Punk have met before. But man, the way they did this, oh, it just made you want to see it again and again and again and again. But you're not. Or will you? Well, continue to watch Raw and or SmackDown in the coming weeks to find out. But I am really looking forward to the match between CM Punk and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, boy, good to see you back, man. You're in great shape. Let me say this, that I think your character will go down in history as one of the most agitating characters of all time. Whew. I can't wait to see this match at WrestleMania. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, the best wrestler in the world, versus the best at what he does at everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now, at this second, this minute, this moment, this hour, this millisecond? whatever. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that match at WrestleMania, as I am a lot of matches. This has been Wrestlerant HD, and I'm glad that you join us here each and every week. A special thank you to Ellen Bryan, Miss Ohio. Thank you very much. And a special hello to some good friends of mine. Ms. is awesome. Wish4T, thank you for watching. And thank you to many of you who watch this show and support me, because it is the reason that I keep coming back to give you the best entertainment and information that I have to offer and that should be offered in professional wrestling. Hey, you want to see that interview with me and Tamina March 13th at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio? How do you do that? How do you bug her? Go to her Twitter. She has one, you know. And say, hey, Tamina, Mr. Wrestlerant, Angelo Demetrius, wants to interview you. I think you should give it to him. So, all that being said, thank you for joining us for this week's show. I look forward to seeing you back here next week on Wrestlerant HD. Good. Bye, everybody.